Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my friends. Today we return to Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. Alright, now that I've sufficiently deafened people with my singing, well, welcome. Alright, let me just hop right in game. Ah, my arms are heavy. I did muscular endurance training this morning, and oh, my arms hurt. Oh god. I mean, good news is I checked my weight. I technically did it yesterday, but I've lost 12 pounds in the last month and a half. Like that was, whew, I was not expecting that. I was expecting maybe 2 pounds, 3 pounds lost. To see that I'd lost 12, that was, whew. That spurs you on. Like, you're like, holy shit, this shit's working. Boom, bada 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 boom, 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 bada boom. Alright, hopefully today we're gonna finish the Campione. Okay, good. We are alive. Choice good touch. Double check. Okay.
What was Smoke's man enchanted?
Brothers, we have arrived at the barrier. Board Thunderhawks immediately and prepare for assault.
Time to go.
Yo, Winter Joe. Good morning. How goes it, Nico? Huh, Dragonus was not first today. He has been dethroned. Well done, lads. Welcome. It goes pretty good. Yeah, like I said, probably before you guys hopped in, cause it's just part of the intro. But I just got done some muscular endurance training, and that was intense. But you know, basically how I've been doing, like, and I'm not gonna make a video about it just in case, because I don't want to make a video about like weight loss and stuff like that. Because first of all, it's a personal journey of not being a fat fuck anymore. And, you know, I don't want the internet to... Obviously, it's good to like, tell my friends that I'm doing it, right? But, no, I don't want to make it content. You know, I'm not Boogie2988. But, welcome Louis Lugo. Benedicte, brother. Thank you for coming, brother. I appreciate it. The Emperor protects. Yeah. Just got out of the gym. Oh, fitting. How you doing, man? You as sore as me. You go just fine. Doing some college photography and art school. Surprisingly fun. Nice. Cool. How is art school doing overall, by the way? I won't ask how your grades are, because quite frankly, the grade part I don't care about. But like, how are you like absorbing the info? Yes. Okay. Good. We're in the same boat then. And my arms in particular, I don't know if you know that thing, but when you do enough muscular endurance thing, first off, you know, your arms feel stiff as all hell, and it feels harder to lift them. I have that problem right now. But also I'm having this weird spasm in my triceps. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. That started happening after I did, I want to say... Let's see, I did 3 minutes of planking, then I needed to take a rest, then I did 5 minutes more of planking, and I tried one more. I tried to do a third set of planking, but my arms wouldn't hold me up at that point. So 3 minutes rest for like less than a minute, and then I did it for another 5. So 8, but not in congruency. Being shanked for fat burning myself. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, my current exercise regimen is... Yeah, we already heard the speech yesterday. My exercise regimen as it currently is... Ugh, Sons of Gilman. Boo! Hey! But my current exercise regimen is... I do 1 day of muscle training, mostly endurance. I don't want to build muscle as much right now, although that'd be nice. But the primary thing is doing endurance, because that's more like for fat burning and stuff like that. So I'm doing muscle endurance and doing as many reps as I can of certain exercises and doing as much of a certain thing as I can at slightly lower weights than necessarily I could if I was just trying to build strength. So that's what I do one day, and then every day I'm not doing that, I'm doing cardio. So for example, yesterday was a cardio day. Wearing my tactical vest with 4 magazines strapped to my chest, 30 round magazines of 5.56. It's just for the weight. But I put that on just as an additional weight on top of me. And I did 3 miles at a level 6 incline, which is basically kind of a steep ramp. And imagine doing that for a whole 3 miles, just constantly going up a ramp. So I did that for 3 miles, and I burnt... It's not an exact science, but the machine, my particular treadmill, that gives you like an estimate of how much calories you just burnt. And it was... Obviously, the damn thing isn't going to be able to factor, hey, he's got an additional roughly 5 pounds of weight on his chest. Plus, well, I think it was actually more than... I'd have to weigh my magazines to know, but it felt like 5 pounds. So, like, additional 5 pounds of weight on him, it's not going to factor in how many more calories that's going to let me burn. But, yeah. I did that for an hour and went 3 miles, or the equivalent of 3 miles distance. And I felt really good after it, but once I first sat down, oh my god, my body was like, oh yeah, now that you're sitting down, here's all of the pain you didn't realize was in your legs.
Theoretically, could
I'm like,
Tacticus
fuck!
Asmo withstand a suborbital drop?
This is too cumbersome for our needs.
Alright, every bolt pistol.
Extreme risk. Dense debris fields litter the entry flight path.
But if we avoid the debris, could we survive the descent?
Calculating. Survival probability equal to 62.4136. Unacceptably low.
Thank you, Galio.
Let's keep up. Thank you. 3 sets for me, and on the last set, muscle failure.
It is a sound strategy.
Did you hurt yourself?
With a 38% failure rate.
I don't know what you were doing for the sets. Were you doing...
Favorable odds today.
So doing strength. So you were doing strength. So that could be anywhere from, like a heavy pull bar, which if your muscle fails on a pull bar, it's less extreme, especially because you can let go of the pull bar, you know, and let your arms kind of fall. But you weren't doing, you know, a bench press. Where if you were, I hope you had a spotter. Because yeah, me on my me doing the bar. If I'm doing those reps, I don't have anyone like with me when I do my exercises, so no bench. No bench. Oh wait, were you doing deadlifts? Sorry, we're here to play Space Marine, but I'm like, hey, Winter Joel, tell me your exercise routine. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, good on you though. Like you're you know, working out is very good right now. You know, it's good to be healthy. And like I said, I don't want to make my content about anything like weight loss, but no. I think I'll stick with a heavy bolt rifle. Kind of want to go the melt the gun, but I think I'll leave it. Machine to free weights. Ah, okay, gotcha. Hey, Dark Resurrect, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Alright, hopefully today we'll be finishing up the campaign. Don't forget proper hydration and electrolytes. Twitch can be slight imbalance, but mostly benign. Fair enough. Yeah, I pretty much... That's the, like... And again, I don't want to go too far into it, because it's not something I want to make content out of. But what I've done, part of the dieting part of losing weight, because you can't just lose weight by doing exercise, fun fact. That's a... You know, a good 20%, 25% of weight loss, but the other 75 to 80% is your diet. So I completely cut out soda. I don't drink any soda anymore. I just drink water. I don't even drink coffee in the morning. I don't drink energy drinks. Literally just water. That's it. So, and water is 0 calories, and your body really needs it because you're made up of 70% of it. So completely cutting that out. Doing the exercise I have, like I said, the last month and a half, I've lost 12 pounds. which surprised me. I expected to lose, especially this early on in the journey, as it were. I was expecting only to lose 5 pounds at total. To see that not only I doubled that loss, but added 2 extra pounds of loss on top of it, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I was 236 a month and a half ago. Now I am 224. But yes, very important, electrolytes and hydration. Hard on the grind. You're doing an amazing job. Keep it up. You got this. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate it, my brother. Yeah. But yeah, that's the most I'll, like, talk about it. Especially today, since we're trying to finish Space Smearing. Oh, you're trying to say the same weight, but lose the fat. Ah, so you're trying to replace the weight with muscle tone and get rid of the fat. I get that, man. I'm trying to lose the weight, and I would like to gain muscle weight, but I'm prioritizing the fat loss, and whatever exercises will lose fat and burn fat primarily. Once I'm slimmed down, I then want to do, like, hammer in on muscle gain. But along the way, I'm going to add weight to what I'm doing. I'm going to add difficulty as I go, because that's part of weight loss as well. Once your body acclimates to a certain level, you need to increase the difficulty. It's kind of like video games. Once you get so good at a certain level in a video game, you need, if you want to get better, you need to push yourself even further. Weight loss and video gaming, they do indeed have something in common.
Brothers, our captain's words need no further embellishment. I will speak only of practical concerns. The heretics will employ absolute deception. You will be assaulted by lies and illusion. The only true ground you will find down there will be each other. Trust only your brothers and your instincts. Now go forth and lay waste to our enemies. For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Alrighty. So someone said either this next mission is the last one, or there's another one after this. This feels like the climax, because all of the Ultramarines were getting ready to go. But, yeah. Hopefully today we can finish the campaign. Fingers crossed. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? No. Part of, like, yesterday afternoon and today, I feel like I wanted to do something, but it's completely... Fuck, what am I forgetting? It'll come to me at some point. Probably last minute for whatever it is.
Have you ever done this before?
You mean drop through an active combat zone, dodging flak, enemy ships and burning wreckage on the way down?
Ave Imperator.
Exactly.
Indeed. No. This will be a first.
The Codex Astartes does not support this action. But I am looking forward to it.
Oh, phew. For a second there, you son of a bitch.
Stay close.
I was like, God damn it.
It's almost impossible to regroup.
Do we have another Leandros? It's like, nah.
Helmets.
They did that on purpose. Credit to the writers, they clearly played the first game. They did that on
I
purpose.
also apologize
Thank
for my
you.
actions on other planets.
Unnecessary.
I fell prey to suspicion. Almost killed you.
When I was a young captain, one of my men questioned my motives.
That's an
Brushed
understatement.
his concerns aside, and I paid the price. Your suspicions arose because I failed to answer your doubts. As I failed to answer his.
Don't do that, man. Come on. Leandros is a fucking bitch who betrayed you. Don't give any kind of quarter on that shit.
Grew up on Calth.
That was a nice callback, yeah.
Let's say we settled someone down dead today.
Aye, sir.
Oh god. It's annoying to me that Titus is like, it was my fault that Leandros was a bitch. Okay. For the Emperor, chattery. For Ultramar, gay.
Holy terror.
This is
More Spence
familiar.
cannot keep up with all this debris. We Let's navigate by sight.
We
Oh,
all
that's
make it.
cool.
Now focus.
The sound effects in space. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Normally they add sound effects.
Brother, be careful.
I thought I fit through the hole. Apparently not. Oh, there goes the guardsman. Sorry, lads. You are very unfortunate debris. The Codex Societies does not support this action. That's why it's best. Oh, there's sound effects. Granted, that's the warp, so I'll let that go.
The warp beacon.
Emperor bless you, Bree.
Yeah, that was pretty good how they handled that. The only sound that came was from, like, the warp entities, and that would make sense, because they defy, well, logic. It's kind of the whole... Especially Zinch, like, that's the whole shtick. It's like, did this make sense? No, it's probably Zinch. Did you run the co-op missions already? Side story along with the campaign, technically? No, I haven't. I stuck... the thing is, I'm mainly focused on the campaign, and I've run it completely solo. That way I could just absorb the campaign. I didn't even realize the co-op went alongside the main story. But that's, you know, beside the point. I'll experience that once the campaign's done, which hopefully will finish today, and then I can play with my friends and be a dork. I'm interested to try the PvP as well. That'll be interesting when I get around to that. Because the PvP in Space Marine 1 was so fucking fun. I got my ass handed to me all the time, but it was so much fun. Wait, did their helmets just disappear?
Clear a path. We shall make short work of these traitors. Quicker than they deserve.
Eve Bolter. Filthy monstrosities of the warp. Whoa, when did I get the hammer? Oh, that's why I couldn't pick a melee weapon. They'd picked one for me. Okay, rad.
My own eyes to see.
Ah, fuck. Wasn't paying attention to my health. My bad. PvP level balance is borked right now. Level 1s was level 16s. Oh. Well, hopefully, they're supposed to... Someone told me in the Discord that they're supposed to release a balancing patch, right? Sometime later in the month. It'd be kind of funny if it happened on my birthday.
Recovering.
Fuck you! There's nothing up there. Fuck you, Dustman.
Champion lies.
Someone get a broom. I'm about to kill some rubric marines.
Engaging process. Punch a hole in that turbine. Restock it.
Die, Terminator scum. Yeah, the only downside with fighting rubric marines, no gore.
Enemy destroyed. Move quickly. The last are blind without our targeting signal. That pillar of corruption perverts the land. Talassa, we are on
That's
the
the one,
ground
okay.
and moving. Report status.
Yeah, latest month? Okay, cool. Where's the strong female main character? Ah,
You're ahead of us. Make contact once the Atreus is ready to launch.
oh yeah, hasn't that been a complaint by some people who are clearly now fans of 40k about this game? Why can't you play a female? Fuck off.
Today.
Learn the lore. Please and thank you. Then again, the way GW is going, the lore might actually go that way and give it time. Okay. Ah, sister. Melpa.
Let us get to work.
I hope I don't regret the decision. Alright. Time to open the door, brothers. Hey, Silkwan. Nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you, Asmogan. Thank you. Yes, hopefully we'll finish the campaign today. Fouls! I almost said Xenos. Foul and it. Fuck. Traitorous monster. No pain.
Your treachery ends now.
I yeeted him back to the wall. Go back to your god.
Redeploy. Sorcerer. I shall end his accursed rituals.
Come here. Boom!
Back to the wall.
Don't fucking reference Dawn of War 3, please. It doesn't exist! No, you don't. Ooh. That was a great execute.
Sorcerer has been slain.
How'd you kill the sorcerer? I took his fucking staff and shoved it up his ass. Where are we supposed to go? Come here. Hello, James Daniel. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, you wonderful human being?
Your worthless life is empty.
Come here. Boom! Making games for modern audience suck. Make it for modern consoles. Yeah.
Destroy it.
Yes, brother.
No. Is there a biological meat body inside the Chaos armor? Is the armor even real metal? In regards to, it depends on like which Chaos Marine we're talking about. If you're talking about like the Rubric Marines, like the Thousand Suns specifically, or you know Magnus's people, the Thousand Suns, like when they were corrupted by Tzeentch, their bodies returned to dust. So that dust embodies the armor. The armor is effectively their bodies at this point. That's one of the many fucked up things that every single Chaos Marine faction got fucked up by their gods. Mortarion and the Death Guard got turned into walking plague husks of mutated flesh and rot, as well as bugs, which is that's the part that's like. Ugh. But the Rubric Marines and the Thousand Suns as a whole, they got turned into dust. So there's nothing inside that armor. But that doesn't go the same for all Chaos Marines. It depends. Like, pretty much everybody else has, like, a flesh body still. You know, like the Death Guard, like I said before. They have, despite the fact they're just husks of mutated flesh, hives for bugs and shit, and walking disease-ridden, yeah. They're still flesh, though. You could still destroy that physically. Same with the World Eaters. They're completely flesh and bone. They're just really angry, ragey, fucking hateful flesh. But they are still flesh and bone. And Slanesh, still very much flesh that they love to poke and prod themselves and fillet. And that's what they consider a good time. They still have a body, technically. Do the Rubic Marines? I thought they were completely ash. Well, not ash. The fucking dust. With Nurgle, they're made of ew. Yeah. Effectively, yes. I don't know, I was on the understanding that the Rubic Marines were completely dust. Wait, is it it the thing where they still have a body like in the warp, but when they manifest in the materium, they're just dust? Is that how that works, or am I am I not understanding? Oh, you mean okay? I was about to say, like, as far as I know, the Thousand Suns, like, that's like one of the big downsides with their corruption is they don't have a body anymore. Yeah, the Plague Marines, they still have a body. Yes, it's just really fucking gross what it's become.
Wait! It is slowing down. Heretic sorcery. No doubt, but it will get us to our objective. It is probably a trap.
Nope, shit.
Time is limited. We must take the risk.
I didn't hold it.
Move on to the cathedral.
Okay, good. That's not a defeat. Let me reload.
Galactic, we are almost there. What is your status?
The sleeping giant will soon awaken, brother.
Hold for our signal.
I'm the dust. Hey, you Akagane, what a way to come in.
Brothers, are you hearing this?
Vox ghosting. Ignore it.
Arsha Silva, welcome. 2 jetpack charges is too low. It really, yeah. The way they handled jetpacks in the first game is definitely better. Yeah. For me, these segments are like the worst so far. And I wouldn't even describe them as bad, so that, if anything, that is to the quality of the game. Where even the most annoying segment isn't annoying enough for me to really, like, harp on it too much.
Transmitting targeting signal now.
Your signal barely registers, but I read it.
Yeah, you can use the attack to go far fast, but it's annoying you have to get like to those jumps every single time, and you have to hold it. It's not like, oh, I right click and boom.
We are pushed back.
whoops.
The Atreus will miss its target.
We will not yield a single step.
They will not deprive us of seeing that monstrosity fall.
We will find no respite until that tower falls.
Oh. What a world, what a world. Oh, you fucking prick. Get off me, you worm-ridden, stupid bird-brain fuck. God, thank you. Boom.
Sword of Atreus primed and locked in.
Routing signal data through telemetry systems. Numerous errors detected due to signal interference. Calculating trajectory.
Die. fuck's shredding my health? Oh, damn Marine down there.
The Emperor protects.
I have slain the terminal. Launch! Palasa! I've lost their box signal.
Interference.
It could be.
Come on, brother.
Listen. I hear engines. There. The sword of Atreus lives up to its namesake.
Nope. Here we
We'll
go.
buy us time, but we must move swiftly. While the enemy control Aurora, the odds are not in our favor.
That's cool. This has been a fun ride. It has been a fun ride. I gotta say, they really... Yeah, every concern I had for launch, I'm happy to say was completely... Okay, good. I'm gonna stick with the hammer. I really like it. Like, they really did a fantastic job on this game.
Put a stop to it.
Yes, Captain.
Like, it's not... Until I played the co-op of PvP, I can't say if it's everything I wanted from a sequel to Space Marine 2. But, it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close. My biggest issues are, I wish the game wasn't so hardware dependent. Like, if you don't have an SSD or a fairly newer graphics card, this game is not unplayable entirely, but you will not get the best experience out of the game, that's for sure. Like, for me, switching to an SSD made a huge difference, for sure, but it's just that. For me, you shouldn't have to switch to an SSD. Like, that's me, but that's like a preference thing. For me, I prioritize optimization over a game's, like, graphic fidelity, and don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful, it looks amazing, the artists did their job in spades, the aesthetic is perfect, and it is really cool to see the giant swarms and stuff, but certainly when I start doing the PvP and stuff to get the most out of the game's performance, I'll lower all the graphics, pretty much, which, you know, I wish I didn't have to do, but at the same time, it's a game, you know, I don't want to lose in a PvP match because the pretty graphics and everything had to process and tanked my frame rate down, you know? Yeah, I'd rather have performance. So that's my biggest gripe, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And yeah. Oh, hello. Fucking
We will soon find you in the flesh.
And remove you from it.
You may keep it as a parting gift.
waffle.
Tainting this sacred ground with heretic blood gives me no pleasure.
Rest easy, brother.
Die.
These souls have long since reached the Corin throne.
Changing magazine. Back to the wall with you.
The hordes work well because of the same devs that made the World War Z. I know it's Saber Interactive. And I really love that Nathan introduced me to World War Z a while back as well, because it was pretty good preparation for this, mentally speaking, for like what they were going to be able to accomplish. And again, I cannot understate this enough. The devs have done a fantastic job with this. Like, they picked the right people, for sure. What's this? Instigator bolt carbine. Scope precision carbine. Nah, stick with what I got. Heavy bolt doesn't, Surprised I could run mine on high. I got a 3060 and an early 7K series AMD CPU. I have an 87K CPU and my graphics card is a 2080 Super, which I'm overclocking too. The only other thing is, one second. Definitely gonna wait for a sale on the game. I would recommend. Here's the thing: it's definitely worth the asking price if you have the hardware for it. Like, if you have the recommended hardware or better, absolutely this game's worth getting at its asking price, 100%. If you have anything short of it, wait for a discount or wait until you can afford the hardware to upgrade your PC. For me, this has spurred me to look into upgrading my PC. I'm gonna try and just upgrade my RAM and my GPU. I'm hoping something in the 30 series or 40 series, maybe. I don't know. That's a lot of money though, unless the price in stock have dropped since I last checked. But yeah, yeah. So that's something I'm planning on doing, so this game works even better on my PC. I was hoping my 2080 would still be a pretty especially since I'm overclocking it, but I hope it would have lasted longer as an effective GPU for modern games, but given the performance of this, yeah, I definitely probably need to upgrade that.
Aurora, is it
Asmo
possible
and
the device
Vivek.
might work? That it could weaken them.
So I want to press. There we go.
The power source. Why would they kill Nozick?
I do not know, nor do I wish to speculate. We are here to end this folly, and so we shall.
I Giga Lefty was a lead writer, but they didn't put their politics in this. Well, also, correction to that person got fired. Well, let me double check the firing part, but I know that they left mid-production. They didn't stay. Well, let me double check the fired thing. I don't know if that was true, but I know that they left the team. Space Marine 2 writer. Ashley Cooper. Yeah, so Ashley Cooper stopped working at Saber Interactive in May of 2023. So last year in May, she left. I agree, Draven. We don't. Archie was fired. I can't remember if she was fired. Just in a quick, and I don't want to like hold up the stream looking for it, but she was either fired or she quit of her own volition. Either way, good news for us. And by that point, the game's writing should have been done anyway. So it is surprising that there's like nothing about this game I would describe as woke whatsoever. Everything is in line with the lore. Everything feels pure 40k. Unless there's something towards the very end, like the game is true 40k. Like there's no propaganda, there's no political soapboxing, there's no identity politics in it. That's a huge fucking win. So I don't know. Maybe if she was fired, it was probably they were like, listen, everything you've written, we've thrown out as you've written it and wrote over you. Like the rest of the writing team basically ignored you. So you were a complete waste of a hire. Get the fuck out. Or if she quit, it might have been because the whole writing staff were like, no, we're not putting in the stuff you want to put in. No, we're not hinting at at Fem Studies, this is a Space Marine game. No, we're not, you know, doing a wink, wink, nudge, nudge at female Space Marines being a possibility. No, we're not doing that stuff. That's not within the lore. That's not within, no, like, get out. And then she quit because nobody was agreeing to her BS. Or she might just have got hired, didn't do anything, and quit, or was fired. We have no idea. I would love to have been a fly on the wall, but I'm just happy to see that there's no real evidence she even worked there in the writing. The writing is pure 40k. System requirements like a studies recruit screening. A little bit. You definitely, like I said, you definitely need a modern rig. Hey, Sethra. I did it again, didn't I? There's no fucking end. Sethra. One day I'll do it. One day. Every time. My brain is just... I might be dyslexic. I don't think I am, but I might be.
Indeed. Show yourself, betrayer!
What is it, brother? The artifact calls to you, Titus.
And I will destroy it.
To whom do you speak?
Do not hear him.
No.
Petty tricks.
SSD required. Yeah, if you don't have an SSD, don't get this game. I don't know how much like a real hardcore GPU would make up for that. Crap.
Another automaton defeated.
Okay, that went a little rough. Crap.
This does not bode well.
Nope.
Proceed to the camp.
Completely ransacked. Wrong, take them all.
Crap. You son of a bitch. Come here, you.
This is not the site of a Mechanicus.
What they had mentioned bringing in, like,
Excavation site.
yeah, the devs have shot down community ideas citing lore.
Down.
Can you give me an example? Because that's a red flag. It's never a good sign when
Very
devs
good.
started disregarding
Special
community
tactics ready.
ideas. I hate it when devs do that because it's always like this really pompous energy when they do that shit. It's like, oh, we know better than you, so we're gonna shoot down your idea. It's like the community is who bought the fucking game, dude. Like, they're the customer. Like, I don't believe in really in customer is always right, but you need to treat them like they're always right.
Chiron to Resilient. Entering Mechanicus dig site. Requesting relevant cartography.
Restricted by order of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
This is Lieutenant Titus. Request authorized.
Denied. Aurora seal required.
Keep bashing armor customization
Identify
as it
yourself.
would go against the lore. Oh, wait. Are they... So they're... Okay, maybe I misunderstood the comment. They're rejecting ideas that would contradict the lore. Okay, no. That's a green flag. I thought you guys were... I thought what was being said is... Okay, so... Okay, my misunderstanding. Okay. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Never mind. Green flag, not red flag. Okay, I kept bashing armor customization as it would go against the lore. I mean... I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with them saying no to that. It would be nice to do some kit bash stuff, but at the same time, if they want to be completely lore accurate, I'd like that. You know, I would prefer that if anything. So yeah, I know a lot of people like get really like harped up on like the customization front. It's like, oh, well, this is fine because it's just customization. Like, oh, you should be able to do whatever you want for customization. Honestly, in a game like this that you know you really like in anything like lore related, I actually would prioritize being lore accurate than because here's the thing: if you want to like kit bash crazy wicked stuff, you want to homebrew ideas that couldn't happen in lore. That's totally cool. Like the female space marine thing. I don't want it in official lore, but I think it's fine if you homebrew at home and you have your own little models and you do your own little homebrew. As long as you don't pressure it to be canon in the lore and you understand it's non-canon and it's just your homebrew crazy idea, that's cool. That's fine. I don't care what you do. You could have My Little Pony Marines for all I fucking care. Homebrew is where you add in that kind of crazy shit. Just keep it out of the fucking lore and don't pressure GW to add your headcanon as canon lore. Like that's not how that should ever work. So like with that stuff, I don't care if it's on like a homebrew front, but in a game like this that's very reliant on 40k lore being consistent and accurate, that's I prefer that. You know, keep the thing consistent because this is supposed to be an expression of accurate 40k lore. So yeah, like saying, hey, we're not going to do this because it's not lore accurate. Good. Keep that up. Keep that same energy. That's perfect. Someone said to make a lot of firstborn equipment and armor available for co-op, and they said no because they are all firstborn and outside of helmets, it would be lore conflicting. Wait, what? Someone said make a lot of firstborn equipment, that would be nice, and armor available for co-op, and they said no because they are firstborn. No, they're not. They're Primaris. What? Oh, wait. Do you mean like no as in like no firstborn equipment because they're Primaris? And that stuff is for... Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Okay, sorry. Primaris firstborn and second time. No, you're fine. You know, firstborn and outside of helmets, it would be lore conflicting. Yeah, I mean, as much... the thing is, I wouldn't even... my counter argument to that is, okay, yeah, we're Primaris, we're playing Primaris, but can you make us play Firstborn? You clearly have the models to do that. I mean, the game started out with us playing as a Firstborn Deathwatch member. You have the model, you have the scale for that. Just put that in the multiplayer. Make it so you can choose to be a Firstborn. If anything, make it more of a challenge. Like hey, the Firstborns aren't going to be as fast, or they aren't going to hit as hard, or whatever. Make it like hardcore mode. It's like, hey, everyone else is Primaris, you're Firstborn, you're at a disadvantage, so if you kick fucking ass, it's all the more skill, you know? That could be fun. Like that, I hope they don't shoot down, but I do get them shooting down the armor, though, if like everything's playable is only Primaris. It's like, it doesn't make sense to put Firstborn equipment on a Primaris. It wouldn't work that way. But my counter to that argument would be, okay, can you make Firstborn Marines, though? It's not like you have to go out of your way to make a brand new model. You already had them earlier in the game. Just take that, copy and paste the rig, copy and paste the scaling, and then add a whole bunch of customizations for that. I mean, granted, that would be a big undertaking for customization and stuff, because basically they now have 2 sets of models on which all customizations can go on, and then like 2 sets of gear. Like, okay, Primaris gear only goes on the Primaris, and the Firstborn only go on the Firstborn. Yeah, that's... I don't mean to make that out as it's just easy. It's not easy to put in, but the game is selling like hotcakes right now, as far as I'm aware. Why not, invest a little more into it and throw that in? Again, I don't mean to make it out to be it's easy. Take all the time you need. Like, take a whole year to develop a big DLC patch to fit that in. That'd be huge. Like, us old school 40k fans who've been playing since before 8th edition would prefer it. If anything, like, yeah, I'd rather die a million times and have a disadvantage playing a Firstborn Marine than play Primaris. So, I don't know, that's me.
Amazing. All heretics
We are on the right path. Your treachery ends now.
Hey, Gato. They need to add a character customization. Whitey salamanders look funny. They need to add to character customization. Whitey salamanders? White. You're wearing a helmet, aren't you? Wait, in multiplayer, can you have like a helmetless marine? Fuck. Yes, yes. Oh. Yeah, they do need to add the Nocturne skin tone then, because it just feels wrong to play a helmetless marine for salamanders that's white. Add that charcoal skin in there. I mean, that's something that I do think could be easy to add in. That is just a patch kind of thing. That wouldn't even be like a big DLC thing. Ow! I pressed the fucking. I hate it. I feel like there's a delay on the parry button because I press it as soon as I see the blue thing, but then it still doesn't work. Fuck you, bitch! These characters are preset. They are from the Thalassa Viridian squads you meet for the story. Oh, you can't even choose them? That's fucking lame. Yeah, they need to add to the customization. Because if they are gonna cite, and I am happy they're doing it, but if they're gonna cite lore accuracy for why they can't do this or that, or why they won't do this or that, then the reverse should also be true. It's like, okay, but we are gonna do this and this because of lore accuracy.
You said it was destroyed.
It's like, hey, you want to customize your character as a salamander, it should change the flesh tone charcoal
Tainted with corruption.
of the character you're playing.
Then we must destroy it permanently. Agreed.
They probably will when salamanders options come. Right now, the first coming are Dark Angels. Okay. No. Give them time. The game just launched. I also am hoping they find a way to optimize the game so an SSD is no longer required to play. Because, I have mine on my solid-state drive, but my solid-state drive, I've cleaned up another 10 gigs. So I have this whole game and 10 gigs free of space on my SSD. But I know a lot of people who don't have SSDs in their computer.
Biological purgation within the chamber. Microbial index 1.2%. Initiating sterilization.
Making pancakes?
Barely a
Nice.
sign of life on this world. It is a burial wild, brother.
Yeah, I haven't eaten anything today, and I only ate one meal yesterday. I'm not doing that for weight loss purposes. That was just bad planning and decision making. I didn't have much time after yesterday's stream to make something real quick before going to work, so I just threw in a pre-made pizza from the store. It was like $8, $9. I threw that in and I ate the whole thing. The whole thing is like eating it though is like a fifth of it was 320 calories, so it's like 1,500, 1,600 calories to eat the whole thing. So the one meal I had yesterday was 1,600 calories, but it's the only thing I ate all day. And I started my day burning over 500 calories with my 3-mile jog, wearing my tack gear. So Yeah, that's not healthy though. Yeah, I need to eat
Microbial
properly.
index reduced to 0.01%.
But today I haven't eaten anything as of yet. I will after we finish up here.
Safe.
Drop
Interesting
around, you'll
choice of
find
words.
some SSDs.
This chamber
Yeah,
cannot remove corruption.
I am looking around. I found a 4 terabyte SSD. That'll work. I need something of that size. Unfortunately, it's well outside my price range. It was like $400, and that's before taxes. And
Is ours.
I don't have $400 spare for a while. I like to melt them more
This will
than I like
serve me
what I'm
well.
shooting. Supposed to be like Popo black? Yeah, charcoal black. Like ashy skin, literally.
Ancient ruins. A cover for their research, perhaps.
I have an SSD, it's
subject
just my
of it,
operating it's not a big one. It's 125 gig
Figures in these
SSD and my
carvings are
operating
unusual.
system is on it. It's my C drive.
Marks of the ruinous
So I had to move, shift around and delete nearly
Long
all
before the Great Crusade illuminated this
of
world.
my documents
These
and
were
files
not
just to
made
fit
by
this game on it.
devotees of the warp.
How do you know?
You may soon see for yourself.
Place is pretty. Can your board use M2 and ME drives? I don't know. Off the top of my head.
Perhaps all the way to the Aurora device.
I hope so. My motherboard though is 5 years old now. It was brand new 5 years ago, but it doesn't mean much these days. The thing is, I know GPUs and stuff like that, especially for gaming, you have to switch out on the regular. I don't know. I'm hoping I never have to replace the motherboard because everything's attached to it. So if I had to replace my motherboard at some point, I wouldn't be able to get on my computer for multiple days in a row, because I'd have to very carefully assemble everything back together. And I built my computer from the ground up, but it was a huge pain in the ass, like with the motherboard and everything.
No victory for you here, demon.
Restocking! These ruins are vast.
What interest could the Mars adepts have in old stone?
We know not what secrets this old stone holds.
I only ask that it holds our weight.
That's pretty. Back off. If you look at the carvings on the wall, do you recognize them? Hold on. Carvings on the wall. Ah, fuck you, you. I'll check in a bit. Crap.
Enemy terminated destroyed.
Carvings, carvings.
nothing of brotherhood.
Lieutenant,
More cheap tricks.
Okay. Trying to get better lighting. These ones I don't. They look kind of generic a little bit, unless there's something I'm not thinking of. Like worshipping stones. That looks very familiar. It's not the Zine symbol though. What the hell is that? Looks almost Necron. Let's see if there's any more back here I didn't take a proper look at. But yeah, the thing is, it looks Necron, as well as like the shape of the structure is very Necron based. Let's see. Assuming it is Necron, in terms of its depiction, this is the Necron people suffering from death, and then the nobility trying to lead them out of the darkness. It's the most I can make out of it. There's nothing that's a specific. I'm assuming also the upper symbol above them would be the Catan, maybe? Because these might be monuments pre. Let me see if I get a better look at the other symbols. But yeah, it definitely looks Necron based. It is Necron. Oh, okay. Oh, are they adding those to the game?
Resupplying.
Okay. I know the Necron-Thier. Well, it's not Necron-Thier, it's Necron-Tier. It's no H. Yeah, because that's... Oh yeah, for those who don't know the lore, Necron's baseline. Necrons are... Hey, Kitty Marguerite, how you doing, my man? Necrons are the Terminators. Oh, that's what they were originally. The Necrons are basically ancient Egyptian-styled Terminator-esque machines that were once flesh. They worshipped some star gods. Said star gods made them not a Faustian deal. Well, it kind of was, because Faust wasn't entirely aware of the consequences of his deal either. Well, they lied. They tricked. That's why one of the Catan was known as the Great Deceiver. And they had their flesh bodies replaced with machine ones, and their souls were eaten by the Catan star gods. It's a whole thing. I'm not going to go over the full lore, but yeah, point is, in the modern 40th millennium, they're the most ancient race still alive outside the Eldar. In fact, they're actually older than the Eldar. I'm just kind of looking... so if I had to describe what this is depicting... That right there is clearly the sun. For those who don't know the lore of the Necrons, again, the Necrons' homeworld was plagued with a really shitty atmosphere and a really fuck-off, intense sun. Like, they were born in a world full of radiation, and their lifespans were extraordinarily short. Yeah, so their whole culture, because they were constantly, basically, cancer-infested, irradiated all the time, they were all dying. Children were stillborn at great levels, and if you were lucky enough to be born and not die of all the irradiation, you didn't live much longer after that. They lived the worst of the worst lifestyle, and it got so bad they grew to worship death, because that was such a ever-present thing all the time. And eventually they developed the technology to leave their planet, which you have to understand, like, that in and of itself was a fucking intense achievement, because the guy who started working on it lived only like 5-6 years, died. Then the next person had to work on it, lived only like 10 years, died. The next person so basically each generation had to not only pick up what the last person was doing, figure out where the fuck they were going with it, and then further develop it. So after numerous generations got back to work on it, they busted ass and they were finally able to leave their planet. That didn't entirely fix the problem, though. Yeah, that's clearly like their ships of them leaving the world, my guess. Yeah, but that didn't clear up the problem because they still were dying. They just weren't, because their genome was permanently affected and stuff like that. So that being said, their lifespan did increase when they left their homeworld. It just not by much. Like they went from living 10 to 15 years max to living 20 to 25 years max. They, in some cases, rarely, they made it to like 40 or something like that. I'm throwing out numbers, by the way. We don't actually know the exact breakdown of it. But once they left their homeworld, the Necrons, they were still afraid of death. Like, they were like, okay, death is still ever present for us. We still don't live that long. We want to live much longer than we do. We don't want to die all the time. So that's when they encountered the old ones. That's a whole fucking rabbit hole. Old ones basically knew how to make things immortal. They themselves were immortal. Not invulnerable, but they were immortal. No natural thing could kill them, even time. The Necrons were like, hey, can we get some of that shit? The old ones went, haha, no. The Necrons were like, okay, well, that's fucking rude of you. We're gonna go to war with you. They did. The old ones fucking kicked their asses. And that was the first war in heaven. The Necrons were pissed, depressed, but they couldn't defeat the old ones, so they started to branch into, like, civil war within themselves. Their culture started breaking down. They found the Catan, ancient star gods. No idea how the fuck they did that. We have, like, theories, and I have a couple of my own. Point is, I've made a huge lore video. I did a long-form lore video covering this. If you guys want to check it out on the channel, it's one of the 2 long-form lore videos I've done. But, yeah, it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. But, yeah. Point is, Star Gods, Faustian deal. We're like, hey, we'll give you the power to defeat the old ones, and we'll give you that immortality you want. They didn't tell them that the cost of it was literally all their souls and their flesh bodies, which got replaced with necrodermis, which is a really fancy metal that kinda... No, not really. It doesn't simulate flesh, really. It's still like metal. It's still hard metal, but it can act as a pseudo-flesh. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. There's a lot of lore there. A lot of fun. Living metal. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. It's a whole thing. It's very complex. A lot of details. My long-form lore video does more justice than I can do here, breaking it all down. Finally, my parry button worked. Parrying metal. Khan had been looking for allies against the old ones. No, well, as far as I recall, the lore is explicit that the Necrons were the ones to find the Catan. We just don't know how. We do know that they were... Well, I can't remember if we know this or if this was just one of the theories, but... I'm pretty sure it was one of the theories. I don't know if this was confirmed, but the Necrons were, the Necrontyr at that point, were doing a lot of study around stars. I mean, their world, the whole reason their race was as shitty as it had such a shitty lifestyle was because of their irradiated sun. So they did a lot of research on suns. The star gods, the Catan, ate suns as a food source. So probably when they were studying one of the suns, they encountered the Catan. How? Again, we don't know. They didn't have a corporeal form. So I guess they just detected that the sun's energies were being absorbed by something that they couldn't see. The heck is a random flying? Where the hell did you come from? I swear to God, if Dad left the window open upstairs again. But yeah. It's a fucking rabbit hole.
End this desecration.
Yeet. crap, I didn't reload. Oh, you little fucking... Hammer time, motherfucker. Boom! Dodging little bitch. Come back in. Come here. Boom. Filthy sorcerer.
There is no damnation dark enough for these traitors.
Have faith, brother. We will send them to one fitting.
Come to Papa. Die. Thank you.
Pathetic sorcery.
Come, brothers. We have more of these filthy creatures to destroy.
Imura!
A ploy. Spare your ammunition for the real thing.
Sorry, my boss is asking me to come in early. Not right now. I'm not cutting the stream short, but she asked me to come in early. But hilarious that the Imperium would be crushed by any major faction like the Necrons, Orcs, Nids, and Chaos, but conveniently these factions are disorganized as fuck. Thank you. Gotcha. Okay. Now I'm on a bit more of a time crunch than I had before. Yay. I found out that the Imperium would be crushed by any major faction like the Necrons. Well, that's the thing. That's the main reason the Imperium hasn't fallen, outside of their own efforts, of course. Like, not discrediting the Imperium's own efforts to fight back against the darkness, because they're assailed on all sides. But the reason that the Imperium, and the galaxy as a whole, hasn't been conquered by any of the other non-Imperial factions is because they're disorganized. If the Orcs somehow magically all regain the intelligence they had when they were Krorks, as well as the physical side of that, but even if they didn't get the physical side, just simply the intelligence they had at that time, they would handily sweep the galaxy under their control. Like that. Like the amount of organization, control, because Krorks were basically the same level of intelligence as humans. Just with slightly more of a natural aggression and a natural ability towards fighting. So, they would completely swamp. Tyranids. The reason Tyranids are like the biggest threat of all the Xenos is that they are highly organized and highly efficient, but their problem isn't disorganization. Their problem is that not their whole race hasn't entered the galaxy yet. Right now, the reason we're fighting them off successfully, and even then successfully is a bit of a stretch, is because the different hive fleets are spread out across every part of the segmentum. And as it is, it's pretty safe to say that we're dealing with the scouts. Like the Hive Fleet Behemoth, Hive Fleet Leviathan, any Gorgon, any of them. They've been It's handily accepted that, and there's been plenty of hints to it, that what we're dealing with isn't at all their main force. The thing that's besieging the galaxy, or sieging the galaxy, sorry, is, on the Tyranid front, is likely just the scouts. It's the initial light wave to test the lethality of the force that the swarm is coming to consume. Because you gotta keep in mind, the presence in the warp that Tyranids have is at such a substantial level that chaos is completely disrupted by them. From what I understand, the deal in 10th edition, come on, I haven't been keeping up with 10th edition, lore-wise nor gameplay-wise in a while. They've been pissing me off with a lot of stuff like fem studies and crap. That the latest stuff I'm not completely up to date with. But so if we're finally getting a large hive fleet in the solar segmentum, that's further proof to what I'm saying. Is what we have dealt with up to this point has been simply being the scouts. We've been dealing with the initial tester force. We're dealing with the spear tip. We're not dealing with the full spear yet. Chaos is parasitic. They feed on life. Actually, kind of. They're actually a mutualism. I know this sounds weird when we think of chaos, and they are supposed to be thought of as parasitic. But the thing is, you gotta keep in mind with chaos is there's this misconception that chaos wants to destroy the materium and wipe out all of humanity. They don't want to do that. Because the immaterium, the warp, is a dark reflection of the materium. The physical world feeds the existence of the immaterium. Emotions like hate, rage, spite, they keep Khorne in existence. Things like lust, addiction, and obsession, they keep Slanesh alive and in existence. The immaterium and the warp of the Chaos Gods rely on us to survive. So they don't want to destroy us. But at the same time, they want to increase their power, so they make sure we go into the most extreme of extremes to fall into their influence. So Chaos, this is actually one thing that was always fun, and again, it got kind of ruined by Urda and a lot of other introductions in the lore. But one of the coolest and most intimidating things about like how the Horace went down is a lot of people are like, well, the Chaos Gods are so badass and powerful, but they lost. They didn't want... Their goal was to destroy, ideally, but to defeat the Emperor. They won. The Horus Heresy's goal wasn't to destroy the Imperium. That would have been a nice side effect, but they don't want to wipe out humanity. They don't want to wipe out, the materium races. They just want to make sure that the bigger threats to their power and increasing power are dealt with. The Emperor was their biggest issue. When he was put down, they were like, all right, we're sitting pretty. And they were perfectly happy to let the Chaos Legions lose after that. Because it didn't matter. They'd won in the long run. So that was one of the more intimidating elements of Chaos from the Horus Heresy era, is they technically didn't get the outcome they desired most, but in terms of the main goal of Emp getting eliminated as a major threat, they got. Now, they wanted him dead. Unfortunately, he's not dead. Or fortunately, depending on who you talk to. But the goal of getting rid of the main threat to their power and increasing power, they won. From there, they're happy to let humanity proliferate to an extent, of course. Because obviously, for Khorne to be fed, humans need to be killing each other. Or Eldar need to be killing each other. They need to be killing each other in rageful, hateful moments. Otherwise, he won't be fed with power. So that's why Khorne, world leaders still show up in the Imperium. That's why, Khorne corruption happens here and there. So death is still a thing that they want, but they just don't want everybody dead. They want a lot of it to happen so they're empowered, but they don't want enough of it to happen that humanity's wiped out. Yeah, humanity's main food source. Yeah, especially us at this point. Because other races don't fuel chaos anywhere near as much as we do. The Eldar don't because they do a lot of warp fuckery to make sure that they don't. They do a lot of disciplining. They try and do the Vulcan thing. Drukhari feed Slanesh specifically. And the whole and this is in the Slanesh, the Drukhari in a pocket are actually proof of what I'm saying, because the whole reason Slanesh hasn't consumed the entirety of the Drukhari's souls is because there's like a silent deal between the two. Drukhari are like, don't eat our souls, and we'll do Slanesh stuff to feed you. And, you know, us being dead and you eating our souls, it will be nowhere near as much food as if we just stay alive as a race and continue to do horrific, evil Slaneshi things to feed you. And Slanesh is like, fair enough. Get to it, bitch. So that's how that works. Chaos, the reason I say it's mutualism is Chaos will not allow humanity to completely die. It is leaning towards parasitic, but the reason it's somewhat mutualism is Chaos does want us to live. It's in a fucked up way, but they do want us to live. Like, if humanity was threatened from being completely wiped out by something, Chaos would be inclined to interrupt that. Because if all of you, and that's also what leads into the theories about the Tyranids. Sorry, I know I'm going on a huge rant here, but I can't not. This also kind of leads into a theory related to the Tyranids. One of the theories behind the Tyranids' existence is they were created either by the Old Ones or another ancient race as kind of a paper shredder. The idea is the Tyranids, because the Tyranids do not feed the warp. They don't feel rage and hate, so they can't feel corn. They don't have addiction or obsession, so they can't feed Slanesh. They don't really spread disease in a traditional sense or anything. They are parasitic and have like a bug-like element, but they're not. Their cycle with life and death is they recycle existing life rather than creating new life. So that doesn't, and then they eat existing life and just absorb it. So that doesn't feed Nurgle. And as for Tzeentch, Tzeentch is the only one they could potentially feed, but again, there's no evidence that they would, because their changing of ways is they don't really change. They have one single existence and purpose and goal, and that's to consume all biomass in existence. And plus, with their presence in the warp that completely disrupts Chaos, even if elements of their existence did feed them, that presence contradicts and prevents feeding Chaos. So there is a reigning theory that the Nids were created by either the Old Ones or another ancient race as a way of dealing with Chaos. Because the way you kill Chaos is kill their food source. If you kill humanity and the other sentient races, and they're all eaten up by the swarm, the Immaterium will die just like the Materium. So they're kind of like the failsafe against Chaos. That's one of the reigning theories with the Tyranids, and there's lots of evidence towards that theory. Obviously, GW will never confirm it, but that's the theory that I stand by, and the one I prefer with the Nids, because I think that's really cool. Now, some people will say it kind of demeans the Nids' uniqueness, that okay, they're just another race made by the Old Ones, just like the Orcs, just like the Eldar. But honestly, that doesn't rob them of any like unique identity to me. Like they're just so like they're so their own thing, you know. So I prefer that theory over all others, that the Nids are a living delete button for Chaos. Like, their whole point is to eat everything that feeds Chaos so that Chaos will die. But, of course, that's still bad for us, because if the Tyranids win, we die too, because we feed Chaos. Therefore, we need to be eliminated. So, I do like the idea. And it would make sense. Given what we know about the Old Ones, specifically, and, like, how much prep stuff they did, like they made entire races like the Krork and the Eldari specifically just to fight a war for them, and had they done it slightly sooner, it would have worked. So we already know that they create whole races to solve problems. They would have known they had the webway, which was like a safe passageway within the warp, but they would have still been afraid, like, okay, what if the passageway breaks down? What, you know, like, there's still concerns there. We haven't eliminated the entities in the warp as a threat, so what do we do to eliminate them? Should we, you know, obviously we have our preferred methods, but if we aren't here anymore, if we're wiped out, we want a failsafe in place. So it would make sense they would make something like the Tyranids. Nids are roaches, a leftovers cleanup implementation. Effectively, yeah. Alpha Legion wants to defeat Chaos as well. This is why they are trying to tip the... We don't know that. That would be cool, but we don't know that. The Alpha Legion is a whole conundrum in itself. Because you're either one of two parties. You're either on the Alpha Legion supremacy party, where they're like, you know, they're absolutely fighting Chaos from within, guys. See, they're totally gonna turn, like, they're actually the true loyalists. But then you look at, like, everything they've done since the Horus Heresy, or even what they did within the Horus Heresy, and you're like, so, when's that gonna happen? You know, when are we gonna get that reveal? Oh, never. Got ya. or you're in the camp I subscribe to. They're Chaos. They got tricked. They're not anti-Chaos. They're on the side of Chaos. We already know that they've been influenced by Tzeentch. So, I'm sorry. They haven't done shit to contradict Chaos in any way. They've only boosted Chaos. So by the time the old ones, Chaos was not that much of a threat, but the Catan and the Necrons were, and the former Devourer of Life. So I think you are right, but the target is wrong. It was the Catan. That could be true. It could have meant for Catan, but at the same time, I don't know. A part of me, it could also be both. Actually, now that I think about it, because again, they would have been aware of the entities in the warp, and true, Chaos would have been much weaker by the time of the War in Heaven. They would have been like a non-issue, but the old ones were very intelligent, and I don't think they would have ignored them as a potential threat. But you're right. The Tyranids' main objective could have been to starve the Catan, but there's no reason that the old ones wouldn't have been like multi-purpose that shit. It's like, okay, they'll kill off the Catan's food source and also deal with this potential threat within the warp of these entities that also feed off of the Materium's emotions and shit. Not to cut you off. Yeah. Sorry.
I tire of chasing this bastard's phantom.
Why install Aurora deep
Especially
within
since
these
I'm on a
ruins?
shorter time frame here.
Perhaps it was already here.
Alright, let's bookie.
How? A relic from the dark age of technology. This is heresy.
Welcome to Asmo Streams. 90% lore, 10% game.
This damn quest for knowledge.
Okay. Tempted to switch to the power sword. Take that. I'll take the power
They
sword.
will not get past this.
How deep do these tunnels go?
We shall see. Pull the elevator.
I mean, yes, the elevator is going to be really slow and we're going to have to hold position. Yep. Called it. Fuck you.
Your worthless life is dead.
Dodging a little bitch. Come here, you bitch!
No victory for you here.
creature's almost here. With enemy reinforcements on all specs.
Prepare a fitting welcome.
Fuck! Getting double teamed.
I am down.
Brothers, you are useless.
Special tactics ready.
Terribly just
All specs is clear.
Get on.
This is your favorite pattern in Terminator? The rubric one? I mean, aesthetically, it's interesting. I don't like the color scheme, though. I'm not a big fan of blues in general.
Throne of Terror. What is this?
A tomb.
Is it just me, or executing enemies heal you for shit? Executing enemies doesn't heal you, as far as I can tell. It adds 2 layers to your armor. So if you execute an enemy and you're out of armor, you get 2 layers of armor back. Well, if it's elites. If it's base units like Hormagons, Termagons, that kind of thing, the execution only gives you like 1 back. So it doesn't heal you. You only heal yourself if you take damage and then immediately attack back. If you don't immediately attack back, you don't get your health back until you heal. Okay. Yeah, but any damage you appeal, Yue Kagane. Any damage you do with that white is still there, you can get back for health.
Squawking no heed, brothers.
That's not unique to the execution. The only thing that's unique to the execution for rewards is the armor.
The enemy's well ahead of us. This trail will lead us to them.
The sorcerer will elude us no longer. Move on the obelisk.
Yeah, it's got that Bloodborne thing where it encourages you to play aggressively. Like, oh, you took damage, but you can get it back real quick if you hit him really hard and frequently. Am I shooting myself? What?
You waste your breath. Do not speak as if you know me. Your eyes grow bolder by the moment.
Titan, do not engage with them. What will you do with the artifact once you have it?
Crush it to dust.
Good idea.
If it has no effect on you, why not use it?
You dare suggest heresy, Sergeant?
I said nothing. And I heard nothing. That
degenerate clouds our minds.
Forgive my error.
We will not let you down, brother. Have no doubt.
That was pretty subtle. I like that. Because sometimes they make like the Tzeentch like influence and corruption really obvious. Where that right there was really subtle influence. Like Titus straight up heard the sergeant recommended me use it, but he didn't say that. And because that's the scary influence from Tzeentch. Because a lot of time, like when it's like showcased, yeah, that was really good. Because normally when it's showcased like Tzeentch little fuckery, it's always like, quite frankly, they almost always showcase it to be obvious. So you're like, how does anyone fall for this? But that right there, that's the kind of thing like, yeah, you would fall for that. Like in the middle of battle, you're fighting with your friends, and you just hear one of them say, "Hey, man, we should really shoot the commissar. He keeps killing all of us for no good reason." And then it gets stuck in your head, and then you do it, and then everyone's like, "What did you do?" But you said, "No, I didn't. I never said that." You know, it's like that little subtle thing. That's the scary influence. It's the small stuff. Subtle, quick, and you could easily mistake it for being totally legit. Okay, hold on. And oh, grenade launcher though. Ooh, yeah. Give me the grenade launcher.
Very good.
Crump the yapping nerd? No. Never.
Chaos abominations! You think so little of Sandcourt, of myself, of the great Tzeentch. We are all proof of the power of mankind to a true infinity. When we call out to our gods, they answer. When have you ever felt the light of your emperor?
All the time.
More minions.
Lurking in dank holes like the filth they are.
All of this was just lying under our feet this whole time.
Now we're getting obvious with the Necron
Centuries
symbols.
longer still.
Earlier it was subtle. That.
If the
Now we're just like,
archives are
alright,
to be
Necrons.
believed, and
Boom.
on more worlds than we shall ever wish to discover.
I pray everyone is unearthed and burned to cinders.
Alright, brothers. Let us progress. Not gonna see if anyone knew. God, that would be frightening, wouldn't it? Dealing with a Tyranid swarm. Although that's pretty much dealt with, I guess, at this point. Dealing with Tzeentch corruption, like, flooding in, and then on top of it, a Tomb World. No. Too much. It's like, at that point, even Space Marines would be forgiven for going, alright, fuck this shit. Just fuck the planet. Just fuck the planet.
My very eyes.
Crap, fuck! Gadriel, over here. Gadriel, you fucking idiot. Get over here. I'm gonna die. Help. Oh my god. My guy. My bro. The AI is supposed to be programmed to... Because if I die, we lose. Okay, the AI sucks. Like, handily sucks. That was a classical Ultra Smurf moment, though. Yeah, true. Let's steal your shit. And fuck you. I'm your papa. Running away, are ya? Not anymore. Rah! Damn it. Let's keep her moving.
Why, in the name of terror, were these things not destroyed?
Preserved for study. The Martian priesthood goes too far.
It's a Tuesday. Is what you're saying. It's a fucking Tuesday at that point. That's what they do all day, every day. What? Are you telling me the priesthood of Mars went too far in their obsession with technology? You don't say. Is a day that ends in Y? Necron machinery. Yeah, that's a lot of Necrons. Yeah. No. That many Necrons. Sweet lord. Slow-moving, heavy hulks of death. Ow. God damn it. Fucking hold still. Gotta love when you press the parry button and not a fucking thing happens.
Recovering. Thank you, brother. Terminated down.
Yeah, no normie would recognize this. Well, oh yeah. Like, that's what makes them a normie, right? You don't know 40k. Fucking... Who's talked about... What big YouTuber talked about 40k recently? Moist Critical, for example. I know he played the game. I haven't watched him play it, but... you know, him and a bunch of, like, hardcore, you know, bigger YouTubers who are pretty normie would play this and not at all get the references. But if they get into 40k because of this, preferably not buying shit directly from GW, but if they get into 40k because of this, more the merrier. As long as they actually look into it and not lazily assume they know plenty just by playing this game. That's just fucking annoying. 1,000 Suns fan? Yeah, every son. Well, first of all, I'm not a 1,000 Suns fan. Second of all, what?
All this corruption, it seems to grow ever stronger.
We shall follow it to its source.
Yes. Come. I wait for you.
You can suck a dick. Hey, Lumi, I don't know who Lumi is. Is Bolbeck
War
the
Gear
builder?
Prime.
If I had to pick Chaos, I'd be Iron Warrior because opposite of Fist, hilarious dynamics. If I had to be Chaos, I'd be World Eaters. Very simplistic lifestyle. See thing, kill thing, done. I have way more hair than Asmo Gold.
Aurora.
It lays waste to the heretics.
Where is Imura?
The traitors are taking a thrashing down there.
Let us add to it.
Cogitation looks accurate. The unguents have been thrice applied.
It is loose. Blind to all but his work.
Thankfully, his diligence has not made him faster.
Lose!
Ah, Lieutenant Titus, praise the Omnissiah. In just a few minutes, you will bear witness to...
You must stop this!
Sire, please. I know you have concerns, but look, this is merely a taste of what the device is capable of.
And I have seen the worst of what it can do.
My lord, you must trust me. This has been my quest for knowledge. My life's work.
Shut it down. Now.
I will not.
I could have thought that was gonna happen.
Forgive me, Lord. Time will reveal the purity of my intentions.
You tiny grains of sand, prattling as you come. For a moment, it seemed you might do my work for me. But alas, I must finish this myself. With this true power.
Your malignant energies are useless!
Bring him down.
That was kind of satisfying. Hell brute. Okay. Ow. God damn, fuck. Fuck off.
Full power and blind rage. They will not be missed by this clumsy relic.
So long as it does not catch us.
Fuck off, you little rodent. Fuck! You're just a cheap, ugly copy of an ironclad, you bitch. Fuck. God damn, stop pounding the ass. Fuck. God damn it. He's fucking hounding me. Makes sense, but still. God damn it. Go down. Fuck you.
This is the end for you, wretched thing.
Enough of these childish games. Then let us put a stop to them once and
Voice
for all.
Majorine 2 is the best game of all time. That wouldn't go that far. It's good. It's a very solid sequel to the first game. Yeah.
Discover the birthplace of all knowledge.
Priests.
The source of your inspiration.
Yep. Yep.
Classic
Zinch? Yeah. What do you know? It was me. Oh, was it? discover the true nature of the Aurora device. Achievement unlocked.
Titus to Akaran. Do you read me?
Damn it. How could that fool Luz not have known?
He took the whisperings of that sorcerer to be his own inspiration.
Luz was merely a pawn.
They killed Nozick. Led us to believe they would do the same to Luz.
So we would deliver him precisely where they wanted him.
And that spectacle in the catacombs.
Deceit. To trick that puppet Luz into finishing the work.
Second. There. Okay, got that out of the way. Ball should have fallen, it would have been better for the overall story. True, to be honest.
It is worse than I could have imagined.
That pillar floods the land with corruption.
Titus to Akaran, come in.
Vox is useless.
We must find our brothers.
His feathers, loose in the
Cadians.
empty air.
They are broken.
See us dance in the wake of his blessed wings.
Poor Godsman.
Drips from his eternal eyes and glistening jewels places.
Out!
It is that monstrous obelisk. It screams a silent wail of corruption.
Their human minds were not prepared for malign energies of this magnitude.
Few are.
Should we show them mercy?
We must leave that to the commissariat. We have more pressing duties.
I'm receiving a coded locator signal. Akaran's signature. Not far from here.
Can we trust it?
I believe so.
Mark it on Auspex.
Yes, sir. Cut down those heretics.
Oh good, there's still guardsmen who hold their sanity together.
You honor your homeworld's memory, soldiers.
We'll fight to the end.
Now those are the respectable Cadians.
Your work was like
Fuck off with your shit. Hick. Simple fuck off, yeah.
Your treachery ends now.
Gadriel, move.
Damned heretics spill from every crevice.
Luz was so convinced Aurora would destroy the traitors, but instead it has empowered them. Tremendously so.
We need to clear that obstruction.
There must be a solution here.
A foul sorcerer took the power source.
Somewhere well defended, no doubt.
How does this compare to Graya?
Incalculably worse. A warp rift of such size will permit the darkest of horrors to pass through.
The fleet will be preparing an orbital barrage.
Then we must hurry.
I mean, I'd be preparing Exterminatus at this point for damn sure. It's like, alright, core crack the bitch.
The champion lies defeated.
Dude, he's Gadra. He was right there for an execution. Why must I do everything, brother?
Our faith is but we thought your squad dead.
We were spared that fate.
The captain awaits you inside.
Courage and honor.
Courage and honor.
One of those sounded familiar. Like the first one that spoke.
Brothers.
Brother.
Be mindful of the casualties.
Those Cadians should feel honored to be his 4 guardsmen guarding them.
Titus, report! What in the name of Holy Terra do you call this?
We failed to stop Luz.
I can see that.
He was tainted. An unwitting puppet of the arch-enemy.
We are now facing a warp rift the size of a small cruiser. 3 volleys from the Resilient and not a scratch on that pillar. If it has a weakness, I need to know what it is.
It is powered by the artifact from Graya. If we can destroy that...
Where is it?
We do not know.
You call that a solution?
What is the alternative?
There is a field around the pillar, impenetrable to our ordnance. We have observed their forces passing through it on foot. We must get close enough to see if we can do the same. Proceed through those doors. We make our assault imminently.
Yes, sir. You ignored Titus to begin with, you squash twat.
Grabbing equipment.
Alright.
Slayers of purity and brotherhood.
Our forces are divided in 2. I will lead the main assault from the Temple of Aethor. I sent 2 squads to move on the enemy's flank, but we've lost contact with them. They are carrying the company standard. If they have fallen...
We will retrieve it, Captain.
Ultramarines, ready!
Alright, let's do this. Let's move.
The front is beyond this
Thing! Look out!
Oh, fuck.
Spread out!
It's okay. It's okay. Shit's real. God damn it. That is cool to see one of those, though, in the game. I didn't expect that. That's one of those models, like, I think, even if you're not a Chaos player, you L50. Oh yeah, I should say Helldrake is the name, for those who don't know. It's one of those models I think everyone wants to paint at some point, even if you're not a Chaos fan. Because it's just kind of cool. God damn it, the frame rate. Fuck. Terminators. Oh, now you prioritize saving my ass. Good to know. What? I'm a Black Templar. Of course we run face first into assault cannons. Why not?
That's accursed.
Anything short of that is heresy.
Limited maneuverability.
Have you considered exterminatus?
This is a burial world, Titus. If we fail to defeat the enemy, then I will burn this place. But I would prefer to not disgrace these honored dead.
Can our scans locate the signature of the power source?
We are blinded by all the interference.
It is out there, at the heart of that profane madness. Agreed. One way or another, we must reach that obelisk.
Then we shall.
Alright, let's move. I'm gonna tell you this, though. The world being a burial world kind of makes it even more like, why didn't we already do Exterminatus? Whoa. I don't know, that felt like a bit of a stretch of an argument. It's like, oh, it's a burial world, I'd rather not dishonor the dead. In the face of a chaos corruption like this, it's not necessarily fuck the dead, but let's not make their deaths for nothing.
Yes, Captain. The Emperor
Seems rather silly.
Good hunting, brother. Second company, make ready. Where's the heavy weaponry they sent?
I heard the supply was hit.
God damn it, frame rate. Hold on. Because that's really tanking right now. Okay, it's... I'm just trying to lower what I can get away with right now. Don't necessarily want to lower them that much, but I really want my frame rates not to tank as much.
A fine gift from the Forge.
Tell your squad to hold off on using grenades until my signal.
I didn't really do all that much.
Tougher the closer we get, so we'll need those frags.
I cannot fathom that 10 of our brothers may have fallen, along with the Standard. I dare not picture the company banners soiled by treacherous hands.
Ultramarines do not fall without a fight. They are alive. But they may be in need of support.
And we must move quickly.
My guess is all the special effects. Like, there's a lot of... The Venetian special effects, I think, are a lot to process. Like, a lot of glowies, a lot of particles. Yeah, it's smoothed out a bit here. That's better. Fight for the company symbol. I don't really give a shit about the Standard. It's a toilet bowl. Let the Ultramarines love their fucking toilet bowl. Me, I'd rather just kill the enemy. Give me the stick. Fuck you.
The heretic sorcerer has been slain.
That shit is trash. Yeah, that's what's good. Inhuman screeching. Machine spirit is protesting. That's for sure. I really hope they do figure out a way to optimize this game so it's not so dependent on how good your hardware is. But
See how the priests maintain these graves, even in the midst of this war.
Their devotion is commendable. We must hurry. Our brothers pay in blood for every second we delay.
give it 6 months? Maybe. I don't know. To lag reality. Sure, that fits.
Brothers! The standard! It lies crumpled in the dirt like a rag. Lieutenant, what are your orders?
We fight! Brothers, assemble around the standard! Victory or death!
Yes, victory or death!
Second company! We hold this ground in the name of the Primer!
Ugh. Now you get the thing. The what?
We die! We die with vengeance!
Oh, they took my plasma pistol away.
My leg is gone, brother!
Hold formation!
Back, you treacherous scum! Warriors! There is no end to them! There is, and we shall find it!
Nope. See, here we go. Zinchian Hellbrew. I mean, I'll give him this. The Last Stand thing, that's always been a cool aesthetic for Space Marines. I'm just gonna point out, though, one of the most iconic ones is the Black Templar's Last Stand. That artwork. Those who've seen it. I probably hate the Smurfs more than the Word Bearers do. Calgar. Sorry, Tacticus. The comic.
Lord Calgar.
Lieutenant, I received your message. Briefly.
The central obelisk appears to be the source of their power. It's protected by an energy field.
The scene is cool. It would be infinitely cooler for any other chapter.
Nothing gets through. My lord! There may be a way. In the catacombs, Lu said all it took was a transference of alignment. And then he inverted something. An object.
What of it?
It was identical to that obelisk.
You want to invert that?
Explain.
Your Aurora device might have a weakness.
Might?
Captain Master, we cannot stay here.
Lieutenant, you stand by Sergeant Gadriel's assessment.
I do.
Captain Akaran, muster your company.
Aye, Chapter Master.
Brothers! The heretics clamor for a taste of victory! But we will defy them this day, as we have defied them for 10 millennia. We are the sons of Ultramar, servants to the Emperor and guardians of the Imperium.
The comic is considered canon.
Feel the wrath of
So, yeah.
ancient vengeance.
That's Tacticus, who, you know, stole Calgar's name.
My lord, our vanguard forces are through the field.
Hit them hard, Captain.
Yes, lord. All forces, fire at will.
Not touching my controls. Okay, so we're in a bit of an on-rails moment here. Hate raw booty girl men if you wish, but not all of them. I hate all of them. They have his genetics.
Yes, my lord. Captain.
I will never forgive Girly Man for what he did to Dorn. Or how he betrayed the Imperium. Or how he created an authoritative position for himself and completely ignored the fact that Dorn was the Praetorian of Terra. No, I will not. And I do not give a shit about the rest of them because of it. Fuck them.
Stand by.
I like Titus, but that's because he's just such a non-Ultramarine.
We're out of options.
Oh yeah, Demon Princess ain't shit. Should have called.
Brother.
I'll live.
That must have stung like a bitch.
My lord.
How many more?
3.
You have brothers in mind.
Viridian and Talassa. We will handle the last one.
I'll get them moving. Brief them over the Vox.
Yes, Captain. Viridian, Talassa, have you received new orders from Akaran?
We have, brother. Moving to Point Alpha now. Talassa en route to Point Beta.
You will need to rotate the small replica of the obelisk. But be warned, it will hurt.
Not as much as it will hurt the treacherous bastards out there. Pain deepens devotion. I will gladly volunteer.
Go well, brothers.
Alright, let's move.
Brothers!
Titans, the heretics are seething from the blow you just dealt them.
God, that frame rate.
Before the night is through.
Terminate it. Why has he got like aimbot on my ass? The fuck?
Penetrate his armor.
Fuck you, you piece of shit.
what with you?
That colossal demon hounds our forces.
What exactly are we
What
doing
a
with these
change.
obelisks?
The Aurora device opens a rift to the immaterial, a gateway. These smaller obelisks appear to be the keys to the
Tomato, when we stream, still more blood.
Keys
I
and
intend to.
unlock the gate.
gate. Exactly.
Through this door, brothers. Go!
Heretics, cast them into the abyss.
Hey, Kaiju, when we stream.
Munitions secured.
Look, see how it writhes in agony.
Who left?
Please clap.
Alasso, report.
This is Straben. It is done.
May the Emperor bless you, Straben.
I am the lighting out of his will.
Will you join the main effort?
Drive the blade in deep, brother. Talassa out.
Terminators. They have destroyed the bridge.
Watch their fire! They have the advantage.
Oh, damn!
Their close quarter skills are truly without match.
Well done, brothers.
I have a route. Marking it now.
No Straban, he's alright for a
This
smurf.
plan of yours may actually work, Gadgery.
An idea is worthless without those that execute it.
I think my hearing is damaged. That sounded like humility.
Let's go for the skull throne. And I'd rather be playing World Leaders right now. At least they have a cool color scheme and they're straightforward. And not up their own ass like the Ultras. Man, he turned around fast.
Another automaton defeated.
Oh, come on.
It has company. Wretched heretics.
Damn it. Fuck.
Deploying frag grenade. Special tactics ready. Restocking.
Fuck. He was out of range of its blast. fuck. Shoot, 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 shoot. Give me the frags. Ow. Oh, ah, fuck.
The Emperor is with us, brother.
Thank you.
Repay them in time, brother.
Frag grenade out!
Come on, daddy. Let's move, let's move. Oh! No, thank you. Fuck you, bitch.
Pathetic waste of a
There you go.
dreadnought.
Titus, Decimus has a hold on the Obelisk controls. Throne looks like torture, but he is holding fast.
The demon is further weakened.
Meridian.
Open the door, damn it.
Decimus.
I have a murderous headache, but the sight of that beast reeling is a fine tonic.
It is indeed.
Permission to join the front lines.
Granted. My thanks, brothers.
Emperor be with you. Meridian out.
One more.
Do you hear that?
Yes! Only time I like seeing one of those dreadnoughts is when it's fucking up a Hellbrute in front of me. Okay, that's cool. You would be so much...
Traitors.
They are everywhere.
Honored brother, join us, and you may sate your rage and aid our cause.
Lead me to the slaughter.
Okay. Credit to the personality that they just gave the dreadnought. That's pretty accurate. Dreadnoughts, impatient old men entombed into fuck-off robots. If only it was an ironclad dreadnought, it would actually be so much cooler.
Onward.
Judging the battle's motivations, you also produce pride. That was the beginning of my true purpose. Vile sons of Magnus! Is he here?
He is not.
Pity. Then my hatred must be directed at his minions.
Pity. I love Dread. I love the personality of dreadnoughts. So spiteful, it's perfect.
Punch a hole in that terminal.
Burn the heretics, brother.
Worthless life.
Even in death, he still serves. Frame rate is pissing me off. Okay. Fuck. Helldrake. Yeah. Bro! Oh, fuck. That was awesome. Oh, fuck. That was cool. Old man just said, fucking bird. Get off my lawn. Oh, fucking dreadnoughts, man. They're the best. Ah, there's a reason. Like, there's every dreadnought I can think of, just fucking it. Can you imagine the same scenario though, with oh shoot, the name just fucking left my brain. And that always happens. Hold on. Gonna cheat here. 40. Crap. The name is fucking escaping me. God damn it. Fuck. Space Wolf. Alright, let me try this. Beyond the Fell-Handed. That's finally came back. Tancred, yes, but beyond the Fell-Handed. That would be so much more entertaining because he is such old man energy.
Terror. We have our chance. Go!
Man, Bjorn was what I was trying to think of.
Lieutenant Asmogan, rally on my position. Let us burn these heretics to ash.
Yes, my lord.
In the name of the Emperor, I cast you down. Goes hard, yes. Oh, CJ animated again. Okay. Oh, it's that bitch. Bitch! I do know Tancred the Black Templar Dreadnought. I am very well aware of that comic, I assure you. You heard me say earlier, I said Tancred would be a good one, but Bjorn was what I was trying to think of. I said that earlier. When you first recommended it. But yeah, I am very well familiar with the comic. I think I read it live on stream with Ace a couple years ago. Tacticus, no!
Where's Lord Calca? It was a trap.
Oh look, the frame rate isn't shit anymore.
It's this.
God.
The Immaterium.
If it is, we must move quickly.
To where?
We must find Calgar.
The Changer's will is inescapable. Even now we walk upon ancient paths, laid out for us before the first mortal true breath. Come to me, brothers, that you may fulfill your final duties.
Lord Calgar left you to rot in the Death Watch for a century, Brother Titus.
Coward! Cease cowering behind illusions!
Make a bulwark of your hatred, brothers.
Technically it'd be cousin, but
Where is
okay.
Lord Calgar?
Gilliman's dog has been brought to heel.
Heretic! You died this day!
This is my domain. You are here by my invitation. I am offering you a chance to kneel.
Our chapter, sir, shall use your skull as a piss pot!
Come on, Navic. How you doing?
Lord Calgar!
Ah, they're trapping him in an illusion.
Release him! We shall do you the honor of ending you swiftly.
Release him. After all your efforts in bringing him to me.
Enough games!
Silence this heretic.
One last dance before the strings are cut.
Alright, time to kill this nerd. Ow.
try. You are no match for them, heretic, and so you deceive.
Brothers buckle beneath the power.
Titus, what happened? This fool tried and failed to contain it.
Fuck you, bitch.
Restocking.
Oh.
The demon roar.
Oh boy.
Go for the eye. All other attacks are useless. Reloading weapon. Attack the eyes, brothers. That is the only weak point. Mission secured.
Alright, come on. Oh, fuck. That got me over there. Whoa, okay. go. There we go. Oh, yes. They are repping Zinch pretty accurate.
You can, brothers. They are mere imitations. All trickery. Guard yourselves. Himura is weakening. That last fight will leave him really. Stay together. We must find a way out. Over there. Something is happening. Watch your backs. He has eyes everywhere. Lord Helga! Lord Calgar!
The angelic glow, really?
Speak them!
My lord!
Speak them, or be slain for an impostor.
Rules should never make a prisoner of intelligence.
Titus, it is good to see you.
Their sorcerer's power wavers. He is vulnerable.
See how his domain weakens as he does.
There is only one place left for him to hide.
Let us dig out the heretic.
We have him! There! Within the energy stream!
Be prepared for another attack!
It is the artifact. It must be. There is almost limitless power within that shard.
Then we must make haste, brothers. Those Martian fools! They had perfection in their grasp, but squandered it in blind ignorance. It flows through me in ever-growing waves of revelation.
Like the box fight, it's still going, isn't it?
Cover me! Brother, wait!
Oh no, animated CG scene. Okay. You were saying? That's cool.
Rise, son of Gilliman.
Can you just say son of the Emperor, you know? Something that's actually a compliment.
Brother, it is over. You did it. Brother!
duty is not yet done.
There you go. Get up, big boy. You hope all the shenanigans woke up in there.
For the Emperor!
I'd be shocked if it didn't. There we go. I can cheer with that. For the Emperor. That's pretty epic. Black Ship would have risen up faster. Correct. Fuck off, Dragonus. So wait, was that the last mission? And I figure with all that fanfare, but just in case. Oh, there's an epilogue. Okay, I'll just get through that. Loading, loading, and loading, loading, and. Yep, okay. Well, I guess we're finishing up the campaign now. Huh. You were right, though. That was pretty much 2 hours. Your favorite character? I guess offline? My stream. I didn't lose my internet connection, though. You guys can still see the stream, I assume.
Lieutenant Demetrian Titus, your decisive actions have saved this system from ruin. And so it is with great pride that I now present you with an honor worthy of your deeds. The laurels of victory. Let every warrior of the Adeptus Astartes see that here stands the true measure of a son of Guilliman.
For the glory of Ultramar!
Courage and honor!
Company dismissed.
Forgive me, brother, that it took me so long to bring you home.
My lord, that's...
Fierce was my wrath when I learned of your detention. In their arrogant suspicion, the Inquisition failed to recognize the truth. That no evil will ever overcome a devotion.
Finally, someone acknowledges we weren't guilty of shit.
Thank you, my lord.
There is a mission. It will take you away from the Second Company for a time.
As you command, Chapter Master.
The Brother Chaplain will brief you. It was he that suggested you for the task.
My lord, the Sword of Kalth is ready to depart.
Thank you, Captain. My ship will convey you to your destination. I shall be glad of your company.
Titus, it has been an honor.
It has indeed, my captain.
I hear you'll be taking your leave of us. Not for too long, I hope. Emperor guide you.
And you, sir.
Okay. Pretty nice send-off so far. Ah, yeah, gotta say goodbye to the boys.
Brothers, I am called to serve elsewhere.
You'll be missed, my lord.
I will not forget the blood we have drawn together.
Nor shall we.
I owe you both a debt. You have restored my faith in brotherhood.
We shall await your return.
Courage and honor.
Courage and honor.
Titus. Lord Calgar has informed you of your assignment. Good. I will brief you en route. You are joining us? I am. Very good, my lord. You have done well. You have won the trust of your brothers.
of the chapter, Master. But know this, Titus. The stain of suspicion never completely fades. I will be watching you, should you falter on the path for even a moment.
I will show no mercy.
Leandros.
Knew it!
It is time.
Fuck you! God damn fucking... I will shove a power sword so far up your treasonous fucking ass. Confirmation. He's still not... He cannot admit he's fucking wrong. He cannot fucking admit he's fucking wrong. You fucking son of a bitch. I hate you. Why does Titus not deck that little shit? Fuck. Fuck you, Andros. The stain of suspicion never truly is. Translation, I can't admit, I'm such a bitch. I can't fucking admit I was wrong, and I fucking betrayed you, and I'm a goddamn pissant. No, I can't fucking do that. Fuck you. God damn it. And that makes Landros as a great hateable character. True. I love. He is such a prick. It is so easy to fucking hate his ass. It's a crime he's not dead. Ah, oh, fuck. Fucking prick motherfucker. Shove a goddamn power sword, chainsword, and a goddamn warhammer, power hammer right the fuck up his ass. Okay. Okay. That's your ending. Okay. Look at the additional writer. Was it already on screen? I might have missed it. Man just did nothing wrong. Dragonis, don't start with me. I saved your life and was giving the orders. Can I be captain again instead of this other useless guy? Looking for any writing credits and alright, so alright. Okay. So that was the campaign. We finished the campaign. That was nice. Fuck Leandros, of course. But outside of that, the game is really, really good. It is really, really good. If you have the hardware to play this, at minimum have a SSD, and I'd say I'm running a 2080 Super. That clearly hasn't been enough for most of the big fight scenes because the frame rate would fucking drag. So my recommendation for most people, if you have a 3080 or better, and you have an SSD, then this game will be ideal for you. Like you will do very, very well with this game. If you have anything worse or just not up to the same par as a 2080 Ti, I'd say don't bother. Like a 2080 Ti, if you don't have something like that or better, I wouldn't bother picking it up at the moment. Like, save your money, get better gear for your rig, get a better PC, and then try and run it, and you should be fine. But again, anything less, if you don't have an SSD, period, then definitely don't bother, because running it on a hard drive is, the game is clearly, it cannot run on that properly. So don't even bother if you don't have an SSD. I don't care what the rest of your rig looks like. Like, everything else could be fucking brand new, but if you don't have an SSD, I wouldn't bother. Yeah, but assuming, so for I have two reviews essentially. My review for if you do not have the optimal or the ideal hardware, this game is a 68 out of 10. 68, 7 out of 10, somewhere like that. Obviously, because you virtually can't play it at that point. The frame rate drags massively. Yeah, it's just a very frustrating experience if you don't have the proper hardware. The story, the gameplay, like everything else in a pocket outside of that, if you don't have the right hardware, is still great. It's just it won't run. So but still 6 out of 10 anyway. Or big 6 out of 10. So almost a 7. With the right hardware, 9 out of 10. Or 90 out of 100. Probably 91 if I had to push it. Yeah, 90. If you have the ideal hardware, 91 out of 100. It's really solid. It's a really fun game. It's definitely designed after and feels like a game that would have come out in the golden age of, let's say, like the Xbox 360 or maybe even a little later. Like, yeah, this is an old school game in gameplay and design with modern day graphics, but with that the modern day graphical demand. The story is really, really good. It only had one blot for me, and that was the lack of addressment with Titus being retrieved from the Death Watch with no political issues with the Inquisition. That still bothers me. They don't really address it at any point properly, and I don't think they're going to. It's a nitpick in the grand scheme, for sure. But it's still something that, if you're a lore nut like me, it'll bother you. Like, it'll stick with you, because you constantly be like, why didn't the Inquisition protest this? But, again, that aside, it's minor in the grand scheme. Everything else was pretty damn lore accurate, I'd have to say. Like, yeah, it's very, very good. It's very, very good. I hope they address it in Space Marine 3. I mean, they could address it in DLC for this game. Like, I know that the DLC is mostly cosmetic or like adding mission packs and stuff like that, but they could. Like, it's just a small little thing, like literally just some side dialogue of, oh, the Inquisition protested, but Calgar asked Gilliman to step in for the conversation, and that calmed things down. So something that addresses that aspect for me, just something small. It just needs to be a single line of dialogue here or there, like. Just something. Just the fact that it goes like, oh yeah, you're back with the Ultramarines after being a Black Shield and serving the Death Watch, and that's supposed to be for life. And they can't pull the Jon Snow thing where it's like, oh well, he died across the Rubicon, so now he's good. No, it's 40k. Death in 40k is not death for us. Death in 40k is you're dead and you stay dead. Like, they can't bring you back to the Dreadnought. The Rubicon surgery won't save them. It's literally a hopeless scenario. That is it. Like, that's true death in 40k. Anything short of that, and your oaths, your vows, your promises, where you're assigned, all of that is retained. You see it with Dreadnoughts. It shouldn't be any different from Primaris. But again, they needed the poster boy faction to be the faction you play in this game. You had to play Ultramarines, so it was clearly a mandate from GW. So the real reason why they did that is pretty clear. It's like, okay, the Ultramarines are what we put on 90% of all our Space Marine box sets, so we want them to be the faction played in this game, because this game is more or less a big advertisement for the miniatures. So, a fun one, mind you, but that's clearly the reason for that, rather than letting Titus stay in the Death Watch and us playing as him in the Death Watch. Or, God forbid, we play from the perspective of a completely different chapter. I don't know. Crazy. But overall, the game's definitely, if you have the right hardware, it's a 9 out of 10. Very, very easy. I don't consider it a 10 out of 10 because it's not as so easily accessible if you don't have the right hardware. Even if you have the optimal rig, it's the fact that you need that optimal rig annoys me. So that knocks it down a little bit. Yeah, that's really kind of the big thing. Is I really don't like it when games come out and they're like, okay, you have to have this level of hardware, and nothing you do can really like make it more functional on less optimal hardware. It's annoying when that's done, and it's done, and it's not done because of a gameplay aspect. It's done for the graphical stuff, and the graphical stuff is the first thing that should go. if the game isn't functioning on what the unlike what the majority of people will have. Not a lot of I would argue that not most gamers won't have the SSD. A lot of gamers are getting SSDs now, so you can kind of expect that. But the optimal graphics card, the optimal functionality, I'm running on an SSD this game right now, and there were still frame rate issues. There was still a lot of demand from my computer despite that. So yeah, the optimization is not great, but compared to a lot of other game releases right now, it's nowhere near as bad as a lot of other games right now. Like, nowhere near. This game actually did function. Crashed once, but that's why I was still on my hard drive. During the SSD, the only thing that happened was the frame rate dropped to like 15 frames a second at the worst part there. It was really annoying and rough, but again, it's nowhere near as bad as Dark Tide's launch was. It's nowhere near as bad as Cyberpunk's launch was, or laundry list of other shitty games that have come out lately from AAA studios. So yeah, but it is enough to knock it from a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, game developers need to optimize their hardware so it's not so it's so difficult. I'm just tired of it. It's like, stop over obsessing with the graphic and it's pretty, it's cool, it's interesting, great. If I have to get a very specific level of hardware to play it though, that's I don't consider that acceptable. Like, you do need to factor in that plenty of people will not have the optimal rig. So even if you have it, that aspect is still there. It's still annoying. Studios really need to figure out the optimization thing, because it's been a problem massively in the gaming industry for the last 10, 15 years. No, not 15 years. I don't know. But 10 years. Yeah, it's like steadily been getting worse over the last 10 years. Not 15. Not quite that bad. It was a lot better 15 years ago. But the last 10 years, yeah. It's been steadily getting worse and worse. Wasn't as bad 10 years ago, but that's when I would say I started seeing the obsession with graphics over functionality. And it's a video game. We're here to play the game. So functionality is king. Graphics is nice to have, but it's icing on a cake. Well, with the way consoles are going, prices may go up due to higher demand. Yeah, which is even more annoying. It's like, okay, I don't have the optimal rig for this. I need to buy the parts. Okay, how much are the parts? Okay, well, I don't have an SSD, and I want one that'll fit multiple games, because, let's be honest, more games in the future are going to have this same requirement of an SSD. So let's say you want to get a 2 terabyte. I found some that were $150, $140. If you want even better, you want like a 4 terabyte. The one I found was $400, and that was on the cheap side, and it's about to get more expensive. Graphics card wise, you can probably find a 30 series for hazard to say for what graphics cards charge nowadays. Relatively, it's cheap. You can find a 30 series. Even then, that's like varied though. There's a lot of complexity to it, but the point is, I want functionality out of my games. I don't need them to look the prettiest. And the graphics of the first game were a perfect level. Like, I would have been fine if this game had the same level of graphic fidelity as the first game. Like, it didn't need to be exceptionally above that. Like, they didn't. It's nice, but if it makes it so it's a struggle to play on a 2080 and still being on an SSD, nah. Like, just tone down the graphics. It's not that much of a necessity. Yeah, I want smoothness over fidelity. Yeah, that's me. The first game's graphics was fine. I can play the first game right now, and the graphics will not bother me whatsoever. So, yeah, that's the reason I take it down from a 10 out of 10 to 9 out of 10, even with optimal hardware in general, because you need that optimal hardware in the first place. That's annoying. So yeah, if you don't have the hardware, 6 out of 10. If you do have the hardware, 9 out of 10. It's an awesome game. It'll be fun to play with friends. I don't know if I'm going to play it with my friends, though, right now, because I don't want to be a hindrance to them while they're playing, because I'm getting 15 frames a second. Like, that's something I don't want. I'll try lowering all the graphics to, like, as low as I can, and then try and play multiplayer with them and see how that does. But as it stands right now, I'm gonna wait to play with them in multiplayer in co-op until I can get my hands on better hardware. So, like, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna look into upgrading my GPU, see if I can find a 3080 for relatively cheap, but it's not easy. And I'm also gonna think about upgrading my RAM because it's 32 gigabytes of RAM right now. I'd like to upgrade it to 64 at the least. Just gotta find the right things for it. But yeah, I'm working on it. But yeah, that was Space Marine 2. I guess we can skip the rest of it. Okay. So that was Space Marine. There's only war. Continue your fight. Although Titan's story is over for now, the fight has just begun. Continue the battle in one of the other game modes. Operations. Lead a unique combat squad to complete missions in Operations game mode. Choose war gear upgrades and appearances, customizations. Conquer your foes in Eternal War game. Internal War game mode. Unlock the customized equipment while competing against other players in multi... Okay, so Operations is the co-op. Eternal War is the PvP. Gotcha. I could try and find you a deal on the 30 series and some DDRS RAM. Don't worry about it. I'll look for the stuff myself. Like, you guys don't worry about it. If you see something, you know, feel free to shoot me a DM on Discord or something. But I don't want you guys to worry about it. For me, I'll look for it. I'll look for it. As it is, like I said, I'm gonna make a pile of shame video, and then after that, I'm gonna sell some of the box sets I have for 40k that I don't think I'll ever assemble or put together because I've lost interest in the army in general. Death Guard mainly. And I also have like a Mortarian Primarch model. I can't remember where I got that, but I think I saw it. But yeah, that stuff I'm gonna look into selling. I don't know if I'm gonna sell them like new in box or if I'm gonna sell them. Like, one thing I've considered is assembling them and priming them and not attaching them to the base and selling them like that, and then trying to sell it for more than the box set price. Because, you know, that way the person who might buy it from me doesn't have to do the assembly. And they don't have to prime it. They can just, and then because it's not attached to the base, if they want to do anything unique with the base, they can do that, and the model's already pre-assembled for them. I thought about doing that, but at the same time, some people really love the assembly process, so I don't know. Might be just easier to sell them new in box. And you. So if I get some money from that, you know, obviously that's gonna go to groceries and like important stuff first, but if I have enough left over, I'll see if investing in a better graphics card and stuff like that. What is the lowest GPU you're willing to go? Well, I'm already running a 2080 Super, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to just go for a 3060 because they're not that different performance-wise. Obviously, the 3060 is better, but it's not better enough to justify a huge drop. If I'm gonna get a new graphics card, I want to get something that's actually substantially better than what I already have. So the lowest I'm willing to go is probably a 3080, because 3070s are decent. A lot of people recommend them. Thought about it, but again, I'd just rather jump to the next high end of the next series up. We're in the 40 series now, right? So yeah, I'd say 3080. So 3080 or higher, ideally. Because if I'm going to upgrade, I want it to be an upgrade. I don't want it to be a single step better. Like, it's a lot of money to shove out for just a little bit better performance. I'd rather get substantially better performance if I'm going to buy it in the first place. Can I customize my shit now?
The rate of diminishing returns on menial labor
Operations.
is abominable.
Okay, I don't want to do that right this second, but I do want to switch to operations. Okay, so here's the classes. Heavy, Sniper, Bulwark, Vanguard. I'm gonna do Bulwark. There we are. Alright, now, let me go look at the customization thingy. Alright. Now to get rid of this ugly as shit armor. Alright. What? They're locked? Why? dickheads. God, I fucking hate them. Okay, fine. Okay, what do I have to do to unlock this? What's this? There's a currency. What? Wait, what? Fuck you. I hate people. Assholes. Please. Why? Would you like a 4060? Yes? I don't know. I haven't benchmarked the difference between 4060 versus a 3080. Doesn't a 3080 have a better performance? Is RTX 3080 better than RTX 4060? Yeah, the 3080 outperforms the 4060 if I recall correctly. Although I think the big difference was power consumption. If I recall correctly, a 4060 has less power consumption, but it doesn't perform as well as the 3080. If I'm not misremembering. I'm a Red Templar. Unfortunately. What time is it? Ah, shit. What's this? And oh, okay. Interesting. Ooh, that's good level of customization. That's nice. Okay, so you can edit the whole thing then. Okay, that's cool. All right. So, by the way, is that currency I just used? Is that in-game currency or is that purchase? Yeah, it is stupid to restrict colors. I agree. That's very annoying. So I'm assuming this currency stuff that's unlocked. It's in-game currency. Okay. That's good, at least. So they're not nickel and diming. Good. Alright, so I'm just going to do this, and then I'll wrap up the stream. I'm going to go to all the graphics and lower them to low. Okay, I'm trying to go low. I'm not trying to go high. There we go. Yeah, so hopefully this will max out performance next time we like load into a match. Because now that we finished the campaign, my priority is performance. Campaign I wanted to look nice, but now I am less concerned with the rest. It's now performance, baby. It's what daddy. The thing is, with everything low, it still looks fucking sexy, so can't even tell that it's on low right now. But, you know, right? Oh, okay. So these are like the missions. Cute. Smart. Yes, it is. Yeah, GG. Yeah, so it was fun, guys. That was a fun campaign. I'm gonna try playing some co-op with all the settings set to low and see how it runs. If during co-op I'm having as many frame issues, especially during like the heavy effects scenes and stuff, as I did with the campaign, I'll have to. You guys won't see co-op, me playing this co-op until I can upgrade my hardware. Once I upgrade my hardware, which I can't even try and do until my next paycheck, then you know, then I'll try and play this semi-regularly on the channel. I mean, again, the game's good. I have no doubt the co-op and everything's going to be good as well. So it'll be fun to play with my friends. It'll keep like a good 40k energy in the streams and stuff. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully having everything set to low will actually really yield some good performance during co-op. That way I'm not a hindrance to my friends. But anyway, leave a like on the stream before you guys head out. Make sure to let me know what you guys thought in the comments of the VOD, for those who are watching the VOD. And yeah, hope you guys are all having fun playing Space Marine 2. Hope you guys have, you know, the hardware necessary and everything's running smoothly. And yeah, I wish you guys a good one. See ya.